up, guys? It's your girl Nicole.Young, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here, and this is a good one because I have a list of about 10 side hustles that I am really excited about because I either have been doing them myself or plan on getting into them this year. If you are watching this video, I'm sure you already know that side hustles are a great way to bring in extra income. Increasing your streams of income is a great way to build wealth and to just make sure that you are in a good place financially, because we don't want to be reliant on any one source of income. If you have been here for a while, you know that I actually made that mistake before and have definitely learned from it. So I have also found as a tech professional that having side hustles is a great way of learning new skills and bringing in some income as you learn those new things and broadening your skill set, which is a really good idea to do as tech continues to advance and grow. I've found that I learn a lot quicker and am more motivated to learn when I'm making a little bit of income from the things that I am learning. So definitely keeping that in mind. So to kick us off, I want to start with the thing that I do the most, and that is freelancing as a digital transformation specialist. And I kind of made that term up, but basically what it means is I help small businesses and solo entrepreneurs kind of transform their digital presence. And that's usually through updating or creating websites and also doing a little bit of branding and creating social media assets that will help them to kind of have a consistent brand presence that is cohesive across the board. So that's on their website, on their social media, and just like whatever channels they are using, just making sure that their message and their branding visually looks cohesive. That is something that I found that, you know, freelancing early on in my career, I found that it's something that people need a lot of help on. If you are working with small businesses or solo entrepreneurs, a lot of times the technical side of creating a website, optimizing it for search, creating social media assets, branding, design, all of those things are things that can kind of be outside of the wheelhouse of a lot of entrepreneurs and small businesses. And the smaller the business, a lot of times the more limited the resources are. And so I love being able to put both my social media and content creation skills to use, as well as my development and design skills, and offering larger packages for a client at a more premium price allows me to, number one, charge more for my time, and also I don't have to take on as many clients if I'm doing work like that. I usually just take on one client at a time, do their full project, their full digital transformation, helping them with their website, their branding, social media, whatever it is, and then I move on to another client after I'm done with that full project. And so that helps me because I don't have to project manage necessarily over multiple projects. I'm just focused on that one project and getting, you know, the checklist out and just checking off all of the needs that they have and working through it in that way. I'm able to kind of laser focus on that client and getting their needs out there, and I just really like the way that that works for me. I don't have to kind of like be frazzled managing multiple projects on top of content creating and all of that kind of stuff. So it really works for me. And if you are someone that's kind of like a jack of all trades or a Jane of all trades, I think that this could be a really great way that you can put all of your skill sets to use while also charging more because you're offering more value. Speaking of our small business owners and solo entrepreneurs, I wanted to take some time to shout out the sponsor of today's video, and that is Marketer Hire. Marketer Hire makes it easy to contract with expert freelance marketers on a full-time, part-time, or hourly basis. And that means that having expert marketing help is super accessible. If you are someone trying to build your own freelance business or maybe a small boutique agency like I have been, it is so crucial to have expert marketing to make your efforts visible to other people, and can literally make the difference between having inbox that is completely full of ideal clients and people that you want to work with, and completely hearing crickets as you're trying to find clients. With Marketer Hire, you can get matched with trusted, pre-vetted marketing experts in under 5 business days to craft a high-level marketing plan. Use the link in the description to check out and start using Marketer Hire and their expert resources today. So one thing that helped me to start pulling in clients when I was just getting started on freelancing was to pair my beginner skills in development and design with skills that I was already a little bit more familiar with. So I had a little bit of a background and experience in marketing, so adding my beginner development skills to those marketing skills was a great way of helping me to start pulling in freelance clients. And so one side hustle that you could do in that realm is being an ads or SEO specialist. Now, I know that as a tech professional, doing things with ads and SEO and marketing might seem a little bit out in left field, but these types of specialties are more technical than you might think. There's a lot of tools and strategy that goes into them that actually go hand in hand with skills that you're going to need as a developer and a designer. And from a business aspect, I think that this makes you even more competitive because having a fuller knowledge of how these things are working, it's good for the bottom line, just knowing how money is being made, you know? So next is something that I'm really excited about because it is both beginner friendly if you are someone interested in getting into development and design or maybe building your skills in that. It is also a passive income stream, meaning that, you know, once you build it, you can sell this thing an infinite amount of times, which means that you can maximize your time. You can, you know, iterate on things like this multiple times and be selling things like that without having to put in extra work. So that is creating website templates. I think that this is just a genius idea and I don't see enough people doing it, to be honest. What I would suggest you do is to pick a platform that you want to get familiar with. This could be Squarespace, WordPress, Showit, Shopify, and get familiar with that platform and start building templates for that platform. I think that this is a great way, number one, to develop your skills in design and development. For some platforms, you don't even need to know how to code. You just have to be able to design them and build them within that platform. And for others, you might need a little bit of a skill set in, you know, the basics of HTML and CSS, maybe a little bit of PHP. I know on Shopify, sometimes you need to throw in a little Ruby in there to create templates, but either way, if you're already learning those skills, this is a great way to make passive income. Next is being a freelance web designer. So like I said, going along with building templates, you could also either create templates or just take on projects, take on clients, and design their websites for them. Next is being a social media manager. Now, like I said, visibility online is super important to businesses and solo entrepreneurs everywhere, and it can be kind of time consuming for, you know, any individual to be running that as well as running their business and doing all the other things, right? So having, you know, a small, you know, social media management business, especially if you're someone that is young and, you know, in a Gen Z or millennial type of space where you understand social media really well, you can get paid really well to just manage people's social media. And that doesn't always mean creating the content for them. For the most part, in my experience and the things that I've witnessed, a lot of times people send you content, pictures, you know, the different events and things that are going on for their business, and you just kind of lay it out, make it look aesthetically pleasing, and schedule it using some type of scheduler. And I mean, with that, you can spend, you know, maybe 5 hours a week and make thousands of extra dollars depending on how many clients you take on. This is something that I also did early on when I was just getting started in freelancing. The next one is something that you can do right now, and that is to sign up for user testing. There are tons of websites out there, and basically all you're doing is walking through different company websites and applications and documenting what it is that you like or dislike about the app. The next few suggestions that I have for you